Hey there, folks. Colin Chisholm here with another episode of Streaming Wars for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I wanted to quickly mention apologies for not having an episode last week or the week before on my column, which focused on a couple things, including the Book of Boba Fett, as well as Encanto on Disney Plus, and Murderville, which was on Netflix. Apologies for that, but if you want to read some of my thoughts on that and whether or not you should check those out, please head over to saltwire.com. But for this episode, I wanted to talk about another series I've been watching, this time on Crave. It's called We Have to Talk About Cosby. And this is a 4-part documentary all about the very complicated figure in pop culture, Bill Cosby. It takes us through every component of his kind of incredible career, but also the wake of just sadness and destruction he left behind him. It's written and directed by Kamau Bell, a comedian as well, and he interviews and talks to folks, academics, journalists, but I think most importantly within this documentary is actual alleged victims themselves. They tell their story about what happened, and it really is a conversation. There's all these people just sort of sitting on couches and just going through this collective trauma about one of your heroes, seeing who they really were and realizing they're actually kind of a monster. This is especially poignant, I think, for people in the Black community and how important Cosby was to them, and then to see him brought so low and revealed, just how horrific his crimes were. It's an incredibly well done documentary series. I think it's definitely worth watching. A word of warning: there is, of course, some content there for folks who may have been through abuse and that sort of thing. That would I would caution you before you check it out. But it's certainly a conversation that I think is very cathartic. It's all the stuff that's just been bubbling and bubbling. But this is a very methodical, well thought out series that takes us through all the components of Cosby, from his influences to the good things he's done in the industry, like brought Black people into the forefront of entertainment and comedy and all that good stuff. But then also all the terrible things that were happening too. And we have to acknowledge both sides there, but obviously his alleged crimes are brought to the forefront, and I think rightfully so. It's a tough watch, but I think an important one, and I hope people do check that out. That's on Crave now. That's going to do it for this episode. Stay tuned for more on saltwire.com. If you have any thoughts or comments or want to reach me, my contact info is available here. But until then, we'll see you very soon. So long.